I have got myself a brand new unit. He's made a big point of saying that his kids can't eat now because we pulled him off the job for a day.
Mine can, we're going Miller and Carter tomorrow.
So we're going to put CT1's tanking solution on there, BW1, perfect, really good system. I'll show you that when I do it in a bit. Start with the ceiling.
Ping some lines with the Unilite chalk line.
So don't use these ones because they ping out. Just realised I'm still in widescreen mode on the video, that's why I look massively wide. Hang on, I'm going to change it. That was for my BMX. I know a few people will pick up on that. The tilers have arrived. The last time they worked in this house, they did this herringbone tiling, and I sprung it on Nate the morning he got to this job. And if I can find the footage of it, I'll pop it in now. Herringbone. No. We are plasterboarding today. Me and Dave Bishop, we are getting into this room today and doing the plasterboarding. The reason being, I think I might have already said, Scottie, my plasterer, is stuck on a job. Something went wrong on that job. I think the power went or something, so it knocked him on another day, and he was going to then come into this job Friday and Saturday. Whereas if me and Dave board the ceiling, board the walls and that, today being Thursday, means he can come in Friday and get it skimmed up. So he's pulling a day back in for us. Obviously Scottie's losing being here for a day, but it is what it is. He's made a big point of saying that his kids can't eat now because we pulled him off the job for a day.
Mine can, we're going Miller and Carter tomorrow.
Dave's taking all the profits. So Scottie, if you're watching it, get to Miller and Carter, Dave's over there. So we've put a little bit of stud work in behind where this 1200 basin unit is going to go, so that when we hang it, it's hanging on the stud work. It's not just hanging, it's hanging on the timber stud work. It's not just hanging on whatever we're fixing it onto. So that's good. Once we've got it boarded as well today, I'm going to be able to get it tanked. We're going to put CT1's tanking solution on there, BW1. Perfect, really good system. I'll show you that when I do it in a bit. Also means we can get the tray in, fixed into position. Then Scottie will be here tomorrow to skim it. So yeah, I'm basically Dave's lackey for the day. Yeah, getting boards up. So we're going to start with the ceiling, Dave, aren't we?
Yeah.
Start with the ceiling.
I'm going to ping some lines with the Unilite chalk line.
On brand. Look at that, look. 25% off if you want to get anything from Unilite. Use my code MJTIFF. So don't use these ones because they ping out.
Well, that's because my labourer's not holding it.
I ain't going to be able to reach now, Dave. All right. Right, hang on. Let me sort this out. We're trying to sort this out. Let's get this room boarded out. I have got myself a brand new unit, but we'll come on to this shortly because first of all, I want to talk you through a little bit about what's going to go on in this video. Now, as you've seen from the intro, we are beginning to get boarded on this bathroom renovation job. And this video is a little bit of a shorter one because we're 2/3 of our way through and I want the final video to be a little bit special. So this video is just one where we're getting a few other tradesmen in. We've got the plasterers in, we've got me and Dave doing the boarding, we've also got the tilers coming in, and we're just getting it ready. But it's an important part of any bathroom renovation is those little bits in between, getting the other trades in. Some people do the tiling and the plastering and everything themselves. I've always been one of them people where you get the proper person in to do the job. You get the correct tradesman in to do the correct job. I could tile a little bit, tiled stuff at my house, but when people are spending good money on getting a complete bathroom renovation, then I want it to be perfect. So that's where we get Nath and Matty, my tilers, in, as you'll see in the video. But it doesn't all go to plan. As ever, there's always a little bit of an issue somewhere along the line. So keep watching, and as I always say, hit the subscribe button, get subscribed to the channel, because part 4, I've started editing it and it is very, very good. When we start fitting this bathroom in, the transformation is unbelievable. Anyway, I've got myself a new unit. I've been after a unit for so long. Now, if you cast your mind back a little bit, if you've been following the channel for a long time, you'll know that I used to have a little lockup and it was full to the front door of just years and years of plumbing stuff. And you know what it's like when you do a job and you just sort of go back to where you've got a bit of a lockup or whatever, and you throw your stuff in there and it's just built up and built up. So I went from there and I went to a shipping container. I was renting a shipping container for a while. Now, I thought that was going to be the permanent sort of home, but I've constantly been looking for a unit. I want somewhere like this. I mean, this is brilliant. I'll show you in a minute. I want somewhere like this where I can put all my plumbing stuff, my bags, my Unilite stuff, and store stuff like boxes and tools and whatnot. But also a nice little space where I can keep my van. My van is just out here. So, you know, that is the full size of the unit. But I wanted somewhere that's secure, massively secure, and also it's big enough to get a couple of my cars in. As I always say, big car person. I can get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 cars in here and my van, so it's perfect. Let me show you around it a little bit. It's a big space. I don't really know the square footage of it sort of thing, but it's a really big space. Now, these racking units I took from my shipping container. They bolt to the wall, scaffold planks in it, so this one goes from there to here. Now, I've just recently put this second one in, just to sort of fill up with stuff. Obviously, being sponsored by Vito, I get sent a lot of Vito bags, so I do give a lot away as prizes and for charity and that sort of stuff, but obviously you have to keep some of them because I have to do content on them and stuff like that, which is content-wise. I'll talk you through what I'm going to do down the far end in a bit. But yeah, we've got the second set of racking there. It's got a load of my tools, like all my flushing equipment's up here. Thomas Dudley stuff, again, I work with Thomas Dudley and the same as Unilite. Things like the Aquascan, Salamander Aquascan, big one. Basic sort of storage here for bits and bobs. And then I've got some tubs down here where I keep various fittings and that. I think I'm going to move that. I don't know where to put it yet. And then this side, this racking, I fell on a little bit of a good deal here. This racking came from, I put a post on Facebook asking anyone local to me if they had any, or they knew of any decent industrial racking that I needed in here. Now, I got these. I didn't realise how expensive racking is. It is very expensive. So I ended up falling on my feet here. So I've got this and I've got another set of that here. But to be honest, if I put it here, it's going to bring this area up a little too much. So to be honest, I'll probably just leave it like that. I'm going to have things like drills on there, tools. I need to sort that out a little bit, but you know, I've started bringing stuff over there. My rally box, that was from my BMX. I know a few people will pick up on that. But what I want to do in this end is, obviously we've got the boards up there at the minute. We're going to leave them scaffold boards up there, and then what I'm going to do here down is sort of put probably like a ply board in, or just MDF boards or chipboard. I'll probably do chipboard to be honest, and cover that area up and make this little bit here a bit of a demo area where I can do tool reviews. Let me know in the comments what you'd like. I can do tool reviews, bag reviews, reviews of different products. Let's just say the camera's here and I can make a little bit of a set here. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then I have, if anyone knows, I've reached out to a neon sign writing company, but if anyone knows, or if anyone's watching that know of a neon sign company, hit me up, let me know, because what I would like across here, all lit up, is like a neon Real World Plumbing sort of logo all across that back wall there. So yeah, that's the unit. I suppose I should have sort of showed you from the start when I got it, but I've been in probably 4-6 weeks now and it's coming together. It's just, I love having this little space. I can come up here, sort bits out, get my van in, wrap my van out, and also it means I'm not carrying as much stuff around in my van, because I come up here, I come up to the unit every morning, load my van out for the day, and away you go. So anyway, that's enough waffle about my new unit. I'm sure you'll see it within the videos, but let's crack on now with part 3 of the bathroom renovation. And as I said, we get a few little trades in and then we're all ready. Get subscribed, because part 4, when the bathroom is finally finished and handed over, is a cracker. So hope you enjoy this video. Hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you soon. So, as I said earlier on, me and Dave are cracking on now, getting the ceiling boarded, and then we're going to get the walls done afterwards. But just doing something like this, I quite enjoy because it's different. Ceiling done. We've ticked that one off. That's done, dusted, and in. What I want to do now is board out where the shower area is. So we're going to get the moisture boards here. We're going to run this whole moisture board down to this point. Second one on the top, and then obviously bottom dab the third one onto there to keep that area as watertight as it can be. So then I can get the BW1 tank in all on that area there, and also be able to get that tray in. So come the end of today, should be completely boarded out, ceiling done, walls done, tray in, tanked, and it's ready for Scottie to plaster tomorrow. So for now, let's start getting these ones on. So when you do something that's just a little bit different from the day-to-day plumbing, you just find it that little bit more enjoyable, especially spending the day with Dave. You had a good crack getting this done, but more to the point of, it meant that when Scottie comes the following day, he hasn't got to spend the first day doing the boarding and then the second day skimming. He can just come straight in, get it skimmed, and I then haven't lost that crucial day in this bathroom renovation, because we all know one little thing goes wrong and one little issue occurs, it knocks the whole job out. Right then, we are just about all boarded in here. Ceiling's done, walls done. We've just got a little bit of that to cut out in the morning. Dave's shut off because he's got something planned for tonight, but yeah, we've got it all boarded, that's done. So before I go tonight, what I'm gonna do is get this tanked out, this area. So the tray is going to be 1200 to here, by 800 to about here. So what I'm going to do is 1200 here, and obviously we're skimming this side, so I'm going to run a masking tape line along there, put our tank sealant, put our shower sealant BW1 right up to that line. Just means that Scottie can blend his plaster in tomorrow when he plasters all the top half and the ceiling of this room. So we get our masking tape on down there as well, and then we can get this area completely tanked out. We've got our BW1. This is what I'm going to use to tank this whole complete shower area. We've got our tub here. First off, I'm going to put some masking tape down, and then we can start getting the BW1 in here. All you've got to do with this, apply the first coat, leave it 45 minutes to go off, and then get the second coat on. Job done. Applying BW1 is literally as easy as painting it onto the walls. Because you haven't got to waste time with scrim tape, it just goes straight on the wall, dries, and becomes a rubber membrane, protecting the shower area from any water ingress going in. So the bathroom is now looking like a complete room, look. All boarded out, BW1 tanked the shower area, trays in. I ended up getting that in first thing this morning. I got to this job about 6:30, 7:15 to get this set in, get it all swept out in here, and Dave just had to finish off trimming around the windowsills because Scottie the plasterer has just turned up. So as I've said, they're half height tiling, so all we've got to do is plaster down to say 1 metre. Obviously the ceiling and then the shower area with the tanking BW1, that doesn't need skimming, so they're going to skim basically up to there. But yeah, we're good to go. We are just quickly now going to fit the bath tap into position, so that he's in, and then when Nath comes Monday to tile, that's in, done. Otherwise it's going to be a bit of a pain afterwards to try and get it in. It's got a shroud on it, so we can just push the shroud down. Just realised I'm still in widescreen mode on the video, that's why I look massively wide. Hang on, I'm going to change it.
A few moments later.
So yeah, so we're ready now. Scottie's turned up, happy as Larry that he's ready for him. Didn't even have to board it, mate, done it for you.
At least we've got the right address, Mark, that's all.
So one of the last jobs Scottie was on with me, I gave him the wrong address and he was about 1 mile down the road. Anyway, we're going to get this tapping now, and then we're going to hand it over to him to get it all skimmed out, ceiling done, walls done, and then we'll be ready for tiling on Monday. And just like that, we've got a fully plastered, or at least half height, fully plastered room, ready for tiling. This has been a slog. Getting everything ripped out at the very first day on the Saturday, because it was Easter weekend, getting it ripped out and filling a skip in one fell swoop of ripping this bathroom out. Then having the issues with the floor, where I had to get all the floor up and sort that out, and then getting all the pipe work in, rearranging the wastes. Yeah, it's been a proper slog, but now with the plastering done and the shower area tanked out, We're ready. We're on to phase 2. Nath and Matty, the tilers, are coming in Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. They'll probably get it done before then because it's only half height, but with them in, we'll be on to phase 3. So if you're not already, get subscribed to the channel for the next part of this bathroom renovation. Right then, Monday morning, we're back on the bathroom. Now, the tilers have arrived. The last time they worked in this house, they did this herringbone tiling, and I sprung it on Nath the morning he got to this job. And if I can find the footage of it, I'll pop it in now because it was funny. Looking back, it was funny, but at the time, he wasn't a happy bunny.
So what are we actually tiling then?
So we're going to do it
All
like
in
here.
now.
So we're going to do it to here, because they're having a screen on the outside here.
Okay.
So tile it straight down there.
Yeah.
So that, full height in here,
Yeah.
full height here,
To the end.
and then just above that,
Half tile.
follow that to,
Into that corner.
yeah, to here.
Yeah.
And then that's being left.
That's
All
the
inside
edge.
there, the step, everything inside there,
And then the floor as well.
floor as well. Yeah.
Okay, so we need more.
So-
don't we?
Herringbone.
No. No.
No, we've had one of them already in the last week.
Herringbone.
That one, another one.
No.
I said to the customer, wait till my Tyler sees that it's herringbone. It's herringbone now. Yeah,
What, all of it?
all of it, yeah. Yeah, I thought they might have gone herringbone in here and then normal round there as a contrast, but they want herringbone follow through here.
I've got like 3 days to do this.
So on the step is the floor tiles, this one, around it, for the herringbone.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then try and wrap it round all of the window as well.
It's just time consuming,
That's
isn't
what
it?
I mean.
Yeah.
It could take me a week.
I'd say it's probably more 5 days than 3.
This one is a lot easier. Here they are, the boys are here. No herringbone on this one, Nate. No herringbone.
Party on.
What do you reckon? It's going to be alright.
Yeah, we'll get the floor boarded, get the tiles down, and then one's on the floor and wall on half height.
So they're the wall ones, so that's 1200, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to go on the back wall, you're going to stack them,
Feature wall there and there.
and then that one is obviously the back of that is going there. Now what Nate's going to do is fit that back one first, push it in, because then it will give us 10mm extra this way for the shower screen to go on. That's right, isn't it?
That's it, mate, yeah. Just gives you a bit more bite instead of trying to go right on the edge of the tile.
But I think they're going to look good because the base unit that's going in is a bluey colour for that. Then so what are you doing today, Nate? Getting the floor, what's your plan?
I'm going to drop these feature wall tiles in the shower, get them on today, board the floor,
Yeah.
hardy backer board it, and then get these grey tiles down that are on the floor here. They're going to be on the floor, and then half height on the walls here, so
So having the same tile on the floor as the walls.
yeah.
So with them floor tiles, they'll go that way, won't they? Because it's a long room. If I stand back here,
Yeah, I'll make the room look longer if you
Yeah.
go that way.
because if
rather
you
than
went
going across.
that way, it pulls the room, and going that way, it just keeps the length of the room. Spot on.
Cool.
No, spot on. Right, what we're going to do, I'm going to leave the boys to it. I'll probably swing in their area today, tomorrow, getting all this done. So I'll probably stick my head in at some point later on this afternoon, see how they're getting on. But yeah, it's going to completely change this whole room when they get the tiling in. Right, I've just stuck my head in to see how the boys are getting on. The floor's down, and we've got these tiles ready to go on for the feature of the shower wall. But Nate's annoyed. It's this house. Last time he came here, he was annoyed because it was herringbone. This time it's just these tiles, Nate, isn't it? Talk us through what's up with them. They're just brittle.
You're just trying to cut them, look, and you're getting they're snapping off on different angles. That's meant to be a straight cut.
So you put that in your...
Put that on the snapper, try and just scoring it, and they break on their own without even putting the snapper onto it to cut it. Look, and you can,
Yeah.
I've had a few,
Some tiles.
I've had a few like that, and then trying to cut that hole out there for the pipe.
Yeah.
Right, it's like trying to grind a piece of metal. Brand new hole saws, water,
Well, it's just sparking.
Just then having it, yeah, it's just sparking like.
There you
While
go.
you're trying to cut metal, but
This is why you've got to get the right tiles.
this is what we've got with these, look. And you put them two back to back. I mean, look at the
gap in that.
So if you, that's a lot of tension to try and pull that straight as well. Look.
That's why I've got you two on the job. No comment. No comment. So what I'm going to try and do, apparently Nate has been down, cutting that out. And the first time he's hit it with the drill bit to try and cut that hole in the centre, the tile's just exploded. So if I can get the footage of it, customer said it might be on the Ring doorbell. So if we've got it, mate, I'm going to put Nate on it. If not, take my word for it, he weren't happy. So at least we've got the floor down. He's going to obviously trim around that, which is going to be fun. And over there, then tomorrow gets feature wall done. And
all of it done.
So yeah, going to get all of it done.
Yeah.
And obviously the walls as well.